Hi, my name is Zara Imari and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing my no part curly hair routine featuring Fenty Hair Homecurl while still achieving volume and definition. So I like to use a rat tail comb to make the part down the middle. I don't know if that's a proper name for this comb. If you call it something differently, please leave it in the comments. I'll be really interested in hearing what you guys call it. I section my hair into 4. It's just a lot easier because my hair is really thick, and usually I do this for a middle part, but I'll be showing you how to do a no part as well. I also like to put my hair in the back together in one big section, and then when I style, I section it off into smaller sections, but I do that so that way I don't get a harsh part in the back. So now that I'm at the front, I remove the clips from each side. I part a section from one side. I'm gonna pin this up really quick so it's out of my way. I do the same thing with the other side. I'm gonna put this together to make a middle section, and then I'm gonna put one side up and out of the way, and then the other side I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna remove the middle to comb that harsh part that I have. It usually does that on its own because 99% of the time I'm doing a middle part. And now I have 3 sections in the front and 1 section in the back. Now we're going to move on to the star of the show, which is a Fenty Hair Homecurl. I always start in the back and I make smaller sections so I can make sure that I'm distributing the product evenly throughout my hair. Every curly routine you've seen online, they always say that you have to put a lot of water in your hair. So just make sure that you have a continuous spray bottle so that way you don't get tired, and you're going to spray your hair until it's completely drenched. And as I'm raking that product through and adding water, I detangle my hair as well, and then I move on to my styling brush. The bounce curl brush, this one in particular is the definition brush. I love this thing, so I use it in smaller sections because as you saw, that section was too big and it was not defining my curls the way I like it. So I just go in, make smaller sections, and I just brush that through, making sure that it goes through the little ridges on the side of the brush. Now you can brush style, you can use your fingers, you can do finger coiling, shingling, raking, whatever you decide to do. Each method works, but I particularly like to use the bounce curl brush because I get the most definition. I just repeat the same steps throughout. So first step, make sure that you spray your hair with a lot of water until it's fully drenched. You're gonna detangle your hair from the bottom all the way to the top until it's fully detangled. You rake that product through, and then you're gonna use either a styling brush or you're gonna use your fingers to rake that through, or finger coil, whatever styling method you choose. Another important thing that I don't want to forget to mention is that when I'm putting that product into my hair, I put it from the roots down to the rest of my hair and I rake that through. And the reason I do this is because my roots tend to be puffy. So if you have puffy roots like me, you're gonna focus on your roots as well. But if your hair is on the finer side, I do recommend not putting so much product at the roots so that way you don't lose the volume that you need because your hair is on the finer side. Now that we're finally at the front, I tend to start with one of the sides versus the middle. I like to leave the middle last. Now, if you've watched this far, thank you so much, first of all. And if there's any part of this video that you have questions about and you need me to elaborate more, then leave a comment, let me know. If there's any part of the curly routine process in general, like maybe diffusing or the different types of styling techniques that you will want more clarity on, comment below as well. I would love to keep creating more videos, and hopefully I can help somebody out there who's struggling with their curly hair, because in the beginning of my journey I was struggling as well. So watching videos like these did help me a lot to understand my hair and appreciate my hair more. It can be very overwhelming when you're looking at a curly hair routine and they're using a ton of different products. That's why I like to use the Fenty Hair Homecurl, because you get that moisture, you get the definition, and you get a flexible hold. It doesn't make your hair too crunchy, but it gives you a nice cast, and a cast really just ensures that your hair lasts for a few days before you have to refresh. So with the Fenty Hair Homecurl, with my hair in particular, I usually don't have to refresh until day 4 or 5. And to refresh, all I do is spray my hair with water in the sections that are frizzy, and I add the Fenty Homecurl cream to it. And then I either let that air dry or I would diffuse a little bit until it's fully dry. And then that would give me about another maybe 3 more days before I have to wash my hair again. Okay, so now that I'm at the front, I just want to preface this with, if you have bangs, then you're going to style your hair in a different direction. But if you don't have bangs, then you're going to do it the way I'm doing it in the video. So I style with the brush going up, and then I let it fall towards the back. I style in the direction that I want my hair to lay when it's dry. So if I want everything to go backwards instead of falling forwards like bangs, I'm gonna style going backwards. If you have bangs, make the section in the area that's closest to your forehead, and you're gonna style towards your forehead, like over your face, instead of throwing it backwards, if that makes any sense. Now, I used to air dry before, but I don't like walking around all day with wet hair, so I diffuse now. I also feel like with diffusing, you get a little bit more volume while still keeping that definition, so your hair just looks better overall. But if you need a breakdown for the diffusing, that probably will be my next video, so just stay tuned for that. I use some K18 oil to break the cast, and those bigger clumps towards the front, I like to separate those so that way it could look full in the front and not so spaced out, because we want to make sure that we don't have that middle part, like I said. And this is how my hair is looking after all of that. So this whole process probably took me about an hour or so, including diffusing. So I'm in the process of growing out my bangs, but I do feel like this came out pretty good. As you can see, you can flip it from side to side and get that side look. And I really like this because you can't really see a part anywhere, which is pretty good. Turn on your notifications so that way you know when I put out another video, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.